Welcome back once again. Upon an invitation from Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have received a warm invitation by the Crown Prince to visit Saudi Arabia, where they met in Neom, and they had very important talks concerning many topics, and to shed more light over these talks, we're very delighted to be joined over the phone by His Excellency Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Your Excellency Ambassador Bayoumi, good morning.
Good morning, yes, good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much. It's a real pleasure having you today in the breakfast show.
Thank you.
So, upon an invitation from Crown Prince, His Royalty Mohammed bin Salman, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi had an important meeting with the Crown Prince, and they touched on several issues to the concern of probably most of the touching topics that, or the incidents that are happening right now. The meeting was in the city of Neom. Let's talk about the timing of the visit first, and then the content of those talks.
It is one more step in the field of consultation and negotiations among the Arab countries towards what we are facing. On the international level, on the regional level, we are not in good health in the Arab world, or in the bilateral level also. But the thing that attracted me, that they met each other. Crown Prince led the car by himself, he drove the car by himself, no witness for the meeting. This means that they want to exchange views in something which they do not yet want anybody to hear or to listen about. Something urgent and something, of course, concerning the problem around us, which is mainly the Palestinian question, and the situation in the Arab world, that the Arab world is not in good health at all. Syria is occupied by 5 different forces. Lebanon is attacked by Israel all the time. Libya is divided. Sudan is divided, mainly as army. Yemen, which is a member of the Arab League and the Treaty of Defense, now became a threat to our security and to the navigation in the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. Many things they have to discuss, in my opinion, but mainly there must be something very urgent and very new, which we do not know yet. Maybe in the coming few days we shall discover.
Right. The timing of the visit, is it relevant to the topics that were discussed, to the unprecedented crisis that are undergoing the region, probably, like you kindly mentioned, the neighboring countries, and on top of them, of course, is the Palestinian territories and the decision by the Prime Minister and his cabinet to take full control of Gaza and seize Gaza entirely, depriving the innocent Palestinians of the humanitarian aid and starving them to death, with also announcing famine in Gaza today. So is the timing relevant to all that?
No, I am not with the idea that there is a timing, because the whole time we are living is threatening our security, threatening our interests economically or security-wise, or even bilateral relations. So it is a shame of discussion and consultation among the two brothers, and not necessarily that there is a timing. No, in my opinion, that there is something urgent, very secret, that they decided to meet each other without even aggregation with each of them. So timing is not the issue here.
How did this summit or these talks reflect over the history of the Egyptian-Saudi bilateral relations and the strong bond that bind the two nations together?
It is very important. It is very, very, very important because, as I mentioned, we are not in good health in the Arab world. Many of the Arab countries are not in good shape. And with Egypt and Saudi Arabia, then you have very good example of countries which stand on solid feet. Add to this some Gulf states or Morocco, Algeria, all these countries are still in good shape. So it's normal that they discuss with each other and they consult how we are going to face this challenge in the Arab world, because really the Arab world, in my opinion, is not in a very good shape. So here comes the strongest two countries in the whole Arab world. They have to meet, they have to discuss these matters. I do not exclude also some bilateral matters like the Saudi investment in Egypt, or the situation of our people who are working in the Arabia Saudi, which is the largest Egyptian community living abroad, and it's a very good addition to our economy. Things like that also could be discussed in such a meeting.
Observing this important visit and the consultations that took place between the two leaders, exactly if we try to get into a comprehensive look over issues that come to the concern of both countries, what are the mutual interests that unify both countries together, and also the challenges that might be facing them in the near future?
The Saudi-Egyptian relation is very old. It comes since Islam came to Egypt. And since then, there is a sort of exchanging benefits, helping each other. Egypt helped Saudi Arabia all the time. Now Saudi Arabia is in a position to give a hand to the Egyptian economy. So this is also one good question here. And I think that it is very important for the whole Arab world and for the peace process that the two leaders talk to each other frequently. But this time we shall see that it was much more important than anything else.
Right. So why is it a must for both nations to enhance their persistent coordination and consultations on the regional issues? Why is it a must now, not only for Saudi Arabia and Egypt, but for all the Arab countries to come together, consult their issues together? And
yes, it is very good that the two biggest Arab countries are always consulting each other. And I don't think that there is any disagreement about any issue they are discussing, because we almost have the same policy, copying each other. We do not have any differences towards any problem we are facing or any benefit we are having from such a very good relations between Egypt and the Arabia Saudi.
Right, so the two leaders, like you kindly mentioned earlier in our interview, that they touch on developments in the region. On top of them, of course, is the Gaza war and the humanitarian crisis inside Gaza. Also, they touched on Lebanon. What's happening in Lebanon also is another crisis. Also Syria, Sudan, and Libya also, and Yemen. So
not only this, because as a matter of fact, it's not a secret that we have three bad points and three failures in the performance of the Arab world. What is happening in South Lebanon, Hezbollah, which is establishing a state within the state, and all the time attacking Israel without consulting even their own army of their own country. Hamas is another second example of very bad performance of the Arab world, where they start this war without consulting anybody, especially Egypt, which is the largest Arab army and Arab country. And they expect that wherever they are fighting Israel, that we shall fight with them. This is not good performance. because we are in the middle of a peace process which was going relatively not bad. The third threat to the Arab issues is the situation in Yemen, where Yemen, as I mentioned before, became a threat to the Arab security. We have three big challenges in the Arab world which should be discussed in a meeting like that.
Right. On this note, Your Excellency, Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister, thank you for talking to us on the Breakfast Show, and you have a good day. We're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the show, so stay with us.